Hello and welcome to YHELP's Talks with Taylor. Today we are with Kendra Singer, the Teen Talk App Program Director, discussing communication. Hi.
Hi, Taylor. So good to be here.
So tell us about yourself and your organization.
So I am a licensed marriage and family therapist. I have worked in the field of social work and nonprofit world for a long, long time. And about 2 years ago, I came to our organization, Jewish Big Brother, Big Sister, to work on a program called the Teen Talk app. Teen Talk app is a mobile phone, mobile device app, specifically for peer-to-peer support. So what we do is we train teens to become teen advisors. They sign up and volunteer and sign up to work shifts on the app, and they actually talk directly to users from anywhere around the world who are teens age 13 through 19 who are just looking for support. The app is totally anonymous. There's no personal information. There's no chatting with each other. It's not a social app. It's really just focused on people who really need some support and want to get it from their peers.
What are some topics that your teen users like to discuss?
So the number one topic always is relationships, which makes a lot of sense because it's a big deal. So it can be anything from like a breakup or how to get into a relationship is a big topic, but also friendships, like what happens when your friend group turns on you, or what happens when you have like a super toxic relationship with your best friends, things like that. So that's the number one topic, but we really cover every single topic. Depression is the sort of next most written in about topic. People who are experiencing depression, who maybe have had depression in the past and are scared they're going to get it together again, or people who've never experienced it but are having symptoms and wondering what to do. People write in about anxiety, self-harm, eating disorders, really anything you could think of. We have users who are looking for some support.
How can teens access the Teen Talk app?
So you can download the app on Android or iOS devices. Pretty much anywhere you can access the App Store. So as long as you have internet connection to get onto the App Store, you can download it. The downloads are on our webpage, but they're also just, you can search Teen Talk app in the Google Play Store or in the App Store and download it. All the information you need to give is a phone number for verification, but that doesn't show up anywhere on the app. And then you just have to put in your age, and you are set to start posting or searching on the app to just see what other people are going through.
Why is communication important?
I mean, communication is super, super important. It's the way that we, figure out if our experience is just our experience or if other people are also going through something. It's how we work through stuff, that might be tough for us or might be exciting too. It's really the key to all of our relationships and to growth and to becoming, a more evolved person and all of that good stuff.
Why do you think it's challenging for teens to share their thoughts with others?
I think it's challenging for teens because honestly, it's challenging for everybody. So I don't think teens are unique in that, but I do think the period of adolescence is like special in that you're really figuring out who you are apart from your family, right? Like you're kind of moving away from like your mom, your dad, your brother, sister, or whoever your family origin is. And you're starting to figure out more about who you are. If that doesn't align with maybe who your family is or who your friends are, it can be really hard to talk about that. You might not know how they're gonna, take it, if they'll accept you, if they'll agree with you or they won't. So sometimes it is a lot easier to go to somebody who you don't know, who's gonna be supportive and gonna talk to you about it no matter what.
How can we all become better listeners?
That is such a good question. So the number one thing, the trap that people fall into when they're listening is either try to solve somebody's problems, give advice, or they kind of start to talk about themselves. And we all do this. We all kind of fall into these traps at some point. especially if we don't know what to do or what to say. A lot of times that's when we'll start giving advice or solving it, or say, hey, I one time had this thing. The best thing you could do is just like zip it and give space for that other person to talk. Giving reassuring, especially if you're in person, just giving a reassuring nod or like a and like really giving space. Even if there's some silences, giving some time for someone to just like let it all out is so helpful. That alone makes people feel like so much better.
What are the benefits of talking things out with someone?
I mean, kind of like what we talked about with communication, it's really how we process our experience. In a ways, talking about it and sharing it with another person, that relationship between you and the other person you're sharing with it, is how you move through it. It's how you understand what you've gone through and what you've experienced. Especially if it's traumatic or disturbing or sad, it's really the key to start to move through some of the painful feelings you might be having, or really understand the experience.
What are some activities teens can do if they don't feel comfortable talking to someone?
I am all about like alternatives to talking. For some people, it's just so hard, right? Therapy can be really hard, and I'm a therapist, so really anything that brings you joy can be really helpful. But I'll be honest, exercise is like really, really helpful, but it's got to be something you love. Like you can't go on the treadmill for an hour and that's going to help if it's boring to you. Sports can be really, really helpful because it's also in connection. Mm-hmm. So if you can find something to do in connection with others, even honestly, like playing games online, but like with your friends, so you're talking through it, the connection piece and then doing something you love together can be really helpful. And there's all kinds of like, also if you're not exercise, like sporty person, there's all kinds of things you can do, like progressive muscle relaxation and things that tap into the same type of thing without ever having to like break a sweat. So looking for those kind of things can be really helpful too.
What should teens do if their friends come to them for advice?
So the biggest problem with advice, because I always tell people, is if you give advice and your friend doesn't like it, or they follow it and it goes really badly, they're probably not going to come talk to you again. So be really careful. The best thing we do and what we train our teen advisors to do is to just ask questions, ask open-ended questions. Get to understand the experience, and by asking questions like, why did that happen? Has that ever happened before? What did you do last time? A lot of times people just come to their own conclusions. Like, have you ever had that experience where a friend's like, oh, I just figured it out. That's what I should do. So really just like listening and asking lots and lots and lots of open-ended questions and letting the person kind of get there by themselves. If they take their own advice, then they're not going to be able to get mad at you about it.
Well, thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And is there anything else you'd like to say to our viewers before we leave?
I mean, other than just downloading the app, we also have trainings going on all the time for teen advisors, and we're always expanding to new areas. So look on our website and check in if you're interested in becoming a teen advisor.
Okay, so thank you all for watching. See you next time. Bye.